Hey, look at what we have here. It's a game of Homefront. Alright guys, so just beatnik here, and a little bit about this match is, I think it's on the map Cul-de-sac, and just as a pre-warning, this is my very first game on Homefront ever, so I thought it would be a little interesting to record this. I didn't do it with Call of Duty, so I thought Homefront I would be able to. Now, if you look at my character, he's level 5. It's because my friend came over and he was showing me how to do stuff, playing a few rounds, so I do sort of know the game a little bit. He was telling me how to play, what guns are better. Unfortunately, I only have a few guns unlocked. So, this was my very first actual match that I played, and I thought I'd record it. It was a little funny, and I was debating whether or not to upload this, because the score is not too great, but I don't have the game anymore. I don't own the game. I just sort of, borrowed it from a friend for a few days. But the thing was, I actually only had a few hours to record, so I did put up a review, and if you want to take a look at that, there's a link to it in the description. But anyway, this is my first game. Now, I'm looking outside right now, and it's snowing. Yes, it's a month into spring, and it's snowing. Welcome to Canada. Huh, it sucks. I doubt that where most of you guys are from, there's probably not snow, unless some of you are from like the northern United States, like Montana. There might be snow up there. And a lot of people, well, I wouldn't say a lot, but there are the occasional person, whether they're from the States or wherever they're from. I think that Canada's like the Antarctic, or it's the North Pole, and we live in igloos and ride polar bears. That is probably the farthest thing from the truth. Canada's very similar to Montana in weather patterns, probably the exact same almost. We got a really hot summers, it gets up to like 30, 35 degrees Celsius, which is pretty hot, and it drops down to minus 30, 35 degrees Celsius in the winter. So we get, good hot summers and cold winters, and it all evens out. But this year, for some reason, we're getting snow extremely late into spring. Just last night, it snowed an entire foot. Yeah, a foot of snow. That's a lot. And it's not like light, fluffy snow, because that would be no problem. It's like, I would equate it to the consistency of Slurpee. So I was out yesterday morning shoveling Slurpee snow off my driveway, which was certainly not fun because it weighs a lot, and it took like an hour to shovel my sidewalk. I was pretty angry about that. But yeah, anyway, back to the gameplay. I guess I should talk about that. What do I like about Homefront? I'm gonna try and not repeat a lot of the things that I said in the review. But yeah, Homefront, it's fun, but it's probably not a game I would play a whole lot, just because of how, it's not that refined. It seems like it's a fairly well-balanced shooter. It seems like, most of the guns are balanced. The graphics aren't bad. They do what they need to. They're good. The maps are very large, but it does work, so that's not a complaint. Just the controls in general, the way it works, it just feels a little clunky to me, and that's really the best way I can explain it. Is like, I don't know, I feel like my guy has like a peg leg, or the way everything works, the aiming is, it's not smooth to me. I find it difficult to aim, and I'm sure if I played the game for, a couple weeks, I would totally get used to it. And that's probably what I would recommend to anyone who plays the game, but unfortunately I have to pick and choose the games I buy, because I can't buy every game that comes out, so this is a game I choose not to buy. One game I'm looking forward to, though, mainly for my commentaries, is it's been kind of talked about a bit, and that's Modern Warfare 3. And, I like all the Call of Duty, so I'm really looking forward to Modern Warfare. Call of Duty is my favorite game. So, I was going to do a Brutal Mario playthrough, and I'd mentioned it, and I did actually record it in the very first episode. It just, it didn't turn out, So I've been watching something called the Fantasbros by Mr. Phantasmo and Kid Laser, and that is probably one of the funniest series of videos I've seen on YouTube to date. So I'll put a link to that in the description if you guys haven't heard about it. I'm sure you know who Mr. Phantasmo is, but if you haven't seen that series, I would definitely recommend watching the first few episodes, and I'm sure you'll get addicted. It's pretty funny. So I want to do something like that, as like a dual commentary with one of my friends. I got some funny friends. Well, maybe. They're probably watching this video, so that's a little awkward. But yeah, if you guys have any like 2-player games you want to recommend, because of course he did Super Mario Bros. Wii, so I don't want to do that, because it would be like copying him, and it wouldn't work out. So if you guys know any other 2-player games that we can play, that would be kind of fun. Let me know. Some games that maybe aren't too serious, like Army of Two, probably would not be a good game just because it's a really serious shooter. I want something that's goofy, like Yoshi's Island, or I don't know. I'll look around because I'm not too familiar with the Wii games, so we'll have to see about that. Excuse me. But anyway, back to Homefront. Now, yeah, I gotta be honest, I don't really have a lot to say about this game. It's kind of cut and paste. It's a decent game, and for the single player, it's like the Korean army, the Korean People's Army, have invaded the United States, and you're sort of a resistance fighter. But the single player campaign is not the selling point of this game at all. It only lasts you can beat it in really 3 hours, so it's really not that great. If at most, I'd recommend a rental. Don't go out and purchase this game for the single player, because you will be disappointed. Oh, and right here, I get one of these these drones, and they're like this little unmanned drone you can drive around in. The battery life is really long. It's like it'll probably last for 5 minutes, but the health is really low. But if you maneuver it properly, you could probably take out like 3 or 4 guys, and it's one of like the lowest kill streak / battle point purchases you can get. And that's pretty awesome. I would like to point out to you guys that I'm doing this commentary in the morning before I go to work, and I decided to do this commentary because I woke up late for work about 15 minutes before I left for work. And so right after this, I'm leaving for work actually. But this morning I had a choice. I could either eat breakfast or do a commentary, because I didn't have time for both. So I decided, well, I'll do a commentary. So if you guys could leave me, I don't know, a comment or a like, because I didn't get any breakfast this morning, so that might make me feel a little bit better. I guess if you guys are wondering, I'm a server, or a waiter, which is a shitty ass job. Yeah, the job sucks. And, being a waiter, it's not fun. It's not like people yell at you and stuff like that, and it's like very physically straining. Not as much as like most jobs, but I mean you're on your feet all day, and that's a little bit tiring. You're carrying sometimes heavy plates. You gotta balance stuff all day long, so it takes a bit of physical aspect of it. But the most of it comes mental, trying to manage everything. It gets confusing, and yeah, I mean, the only reason I do it is because servers get, better money than most of, regular jobs. Like a server gets paid minimum wage, but with tips, you'd probably make more than that if you're not a terrible server. So yeah. I apologize, I'm just eating some cookies. That's all I get for breakfast are these like cookies that I found in my pantry this morning. I'll probably take them in my car and eat them on my way to work. As you can tell, this commentary is like not very high quality, or high production quality. I didn't really know what to say coming into this. I'm like, woke up this morning, I'm like, yeah, let's do a commentary, flip on the switch. That's usually how I do most of them. However, I usually have a bit more to talk about. I mean, I can't really say a lot about Homefront because I only had a couple days to play it, and I don't really want to go into too much detail saying stuff that I'm not really 100% sure. But yeah, like I said, as of right now, I feel like nothing's too overpowered. The air support is kind of annoying sometimes. Those helicopters can be difficult to shoot down. But my chair's squeaking, and I hope you guys can't hear that. It probably sounds like I'm ripping farts, but I assure you I'm not. The mic probably won't pick it up. But yeah, I bought a whole new microphone setup. I got a nice boom stand. It's like a stand, and then the mic booms over a few feet. And then I got a pop filter, which is just pretty much like a mesh screen that goes in front of your mic. And I just wanted to let you guys know that I do have my setup video coming. I haven't done it because my room's very, very messy. Like, I'm one of those people that just like does laundry and just throws their clothes on the floor because I'm too lazy to hang them up. But I think this weekend, I mean, today is Saturday. Today's Saturday. So either today or tomorrow, I'm going to record my setup video, and I'll upload it. It'll probably be up by Monday. I'm not sure when this video is going to go up. This video might not go up till Sunday, so you might see the setup video later today or tomorrow.